How are you feeling right now?
No, I'm on it myself.
Okay, so I can see Brad. Don't afraid.
I'm right here. We gonna both kill you. You here? You made it. You to do it. You got it. They're gonna throw holes.
Hello and welcome back to the Creation Motivation Podcast. And today we are continuing our talk about 1,000-pound roomies. It's a good show. I really like it. I thought it was a breath of fresh air compared to Dr. Now and My 600-Pound Life and shows like that, because it has a little bit of comedy to it. It's more lighthearted, but it also, discusses the seriousness of being those high weights, being morbidly obese, and trying to find a way to correct it and lose the weight, and following Jazz's journey, and Nisha as well, although Nisha is a little bit headstrong and she's more against surgery, which I'll get into. So this episode continues on from the first one. This is the second one. They go to the doctor's office. Like I said in the last one, Jazz has a lot of issues as far as going out in public.
Okay, so what does the number say?
6:30.
Okay, let's step down.
She has issues with anxiety and things like that. But she did go to the doctor. She did go to the appointment, and they weighed her in, and she was around 630 pounds, which she was not expecting. And I don't think anyone ever expects to see the number, especially when you get into this loop of ignoring the weigh-ins, right? For me, I've said this before, there's good times in my journey when I'm on track and I'm doing well, and then there's times when I'm not doing so well and I'm cheating on my journey, and I start to stop weighing in, because when you start to overeat again or indulge or stress eat, you'll continue your weigh-ins and you'll see that the number stays stuck at maintenance, or it'll start to creep up. And when you see that, it's very disheartening. It just brings out a lot of emotions, and you start to ignore it and you start to say, oh, you know what? I'm not going to weigh in this time. So yeah, she gets weighed in at the doctor, 630 pounds. And of course, the doctor says, you're morbidly obese. We need to correct this. You want to do the surgery. So in order to get the surgery, she needs to lose 130 pounds. Not only for her safety, because when you go into surgery and you're at this high weight, you've got all of this weight pressing on your lungs, and they have to have the exact correct amount of anesthesia, not too little and not too much, because otherwise, too little, you're going to wake up in the middle of surgery and that's horrible, or too much, it's a high risk for passing away or just complications happening. And also, the breathing factor, all that weight on you, it's crushing your lungs, and there's just a higher risk factor for people at higher weights. So for her safety for surgery, she needs to do that. But not only that, she also needs to do it just to prove that she's ready for this huge lifestyle change, and that she's determined to permanently live this life, because it's a huge change. And I know they don't talk about it too much in these shows, but most of these programs, these medical programs, they require you to take several months, I think, weeks or months of therapy. And it's just tackling the mental side of it, because the mental side of it is so huge. It's definitely a big reason why people become these high weights and gain weight so quickly and rapidly, because it's not just the physical side of it. When they have the surgery, they physically restrict how much you can eat. But these people will still stretch out their stomach again and overeat again, because they have these mental addictions or nostalgia or just attachments to food that are just unhealthy. So they get their goal, they move on. The first few weeks, Jazz does really good. She's kicking booty. She loses 40 pounds. And as the episode goes on, she kind of hints at Nisha and asks Nisha if she wants to get on board and do the surgery as well, but Nisha is completely against it. And this brings me back to the other show, 1,000-Pound Best Friends. I believe her name's Tina. It's been a while since I watched it, but she refused to have the surgery. And I don't know why, but it was this huge problem. And I felt like the show just in general really wanted her to get the surgery too. They wanted all of them, all the best friends, to be together in this journey and have surgery together. And they were really pressuring her to do it. And I felt that again in this episode. Nisha said, I want to just do this myself. I want to do it naturally. And she obviously has fear for it. And it's just like, Tina, it's a huge change in your life and it's a permanent change. And you might have side effects too. They don't talk about the side effects, the negative side effects that comes with these surgeries. They can cause you bloating and stomach issues and digestive issues, long-term nausea problems and things like that. Of course, I'm not putting down the surgery. If you get the surgery, that's totally good. It is a life-saving surgery. If you really, really need it, definitely go for it. It saves lives. It really does. It really, really does. But yeah, so I just felt that in here, she was being pushed to do it. And after that, they do reveal that Jazz is getting a weight loss shot. They don't say exactly what it is or what brand it is or anything like that, but they just say she's getting the shot and she's having these side effects. She's really full and she's gassy and nauseous. And this is another thing. I mean, this could, in effect, prepare her for what life after surgery would be, because it's similar side effects, but at the same time, it's a bit much. I think she's maybe taking a little too much because she has some really bad effects. She's really tired, and as time goes on, you see that it's really affecting her a lot. Nisha, her roomie, okay. This is her friend, her roommate. She cooks up this huge cheat meal. I guess because she weighed in and she had lost 40 pounds, they were celebrating. Ooh, yes.
How much weight have you lost?
I'm down 40 pounds.
Period. Okay.
Now, this is something you just should not do. Everywhere you look online, everywhere you read about weight loss, they're all going to tell you the same thing. Every trainer's going to tell you the same thing. Do not reward yourself with food. I myself still have this problem. Every time I have a really good weigh-in or a really good month or something like that, I think, oh, you know what? I deserve an ice cream. I deserve this. I deserve something. And it's terrible because it's so ingrained in us that food is just this reward center. Same with the vacation stuff that I talk about and holidays. It's like a reward. It's a food is love kind of thing. Or we use it to numb ourselves when we're feeling sad or depressed or angry. It's just this toxic thing that happens and our brain gets used to it. And we gotta shy away from that. We gotta move away from that completely. But yeah, Nisha, that's the other thing. Nisha's her friend and loves her and is genuinely concerned for her health, right? She mentions in this episode that she's worried about her because Jazz is taking this shot and she's different. She's not the same friend. She's not the hyper happy going friend anymore. Her personality's changing. And I think it's more because she's tired and she's dealing with this huge change because she's changed her diet. And when you change your diet, you're going to go through a period of, I guess I'd call it withdrawal, but it's like sugar withdrawal and junk food withdrawal. And it does last a while. I go through the same thing. And you just feel irritable. You feel bad. You feel tired, I guess, because the sugars are low. And you're used to having a certain amount of sugar and you've reduced it. And yeah, so Nisha is just really worried about her because she's acting so different. And she's shot on top of withdrawal and all of that. It's a lot. It's a lot. So she's worried about her health. And her worry is a bit in the wrong place. If she truly, truly cares for Jazz, she would want her to fix her life because where she's heading with this weight, this 630 pounds, that is no joke. I know she's on the taller side, but that's a lot of weight to be carrying on your body, and your body can't handle that. It just physically can't handle that. She's young still, pretty young, and once you hit a certain age, just like Dr. Now says in 600 Pound Life, you start to break down. Your joints start to break down. Your organs start to shut down. A lot of bad things happen when you're at this weight. So if Nisha really cares, she would support her. But I do see her point of view. Like I said, I always try to be neutral, but I do see Nisha's point of view that that shot is given, I think she's taking too much. I don't know. We don't know what dosage she's on. We don't know anything about that, but she's just really gassy and it just gets worse because I've watched a little further on and it gets worse and worse and worse. Like in this one, it's not that bad, but it just gets worse. So I see where Nisha's coming from. But at the same time, when she goes and cooks this huge meal for her as a cheat reward, I just see it as flat out sabotaging and enabling in a sense. I definitely see them as an enabler friendship because they do get each other food. And mainly it's Nisha getting the food for her. In the last episode, I talked about that, how she took her to the beach. She refused to get out of the car, and yet she still brought food for her. And a lot of this show is, if you pay attention, it's Nisha cooking food or bringing food or baking food. Food. And yeah, I get this sabotaging thing. And maybe she doesn't even realize it. Most, I think, enablers don't realize it. And most relationships, it's out of love. You know, you love this person. For my kids, I love my kids. I want to spoil them. I want to bring them treats. I want to bring them snacks. But you got to think of the overall, too, of their long-term life. But like I said, this huge giant cheat meal, it's not good. She cooks up this meal and Jazz can't even eat half of it anyways because of the shot. And this enrages Nisha. She gets very upset and probably worked really hard on it and it just hurt her feelings. And she just feels like she's losing her friend where they used to connect over food and, you know, doing things together, like going to restaurants, and she can't even eat it anymore. After this, the episode goes to water aerobics class. Jazz wants to become more mobile, and that's such a good thing. Especially at these high weights, the more you can move, the better it's going to be for you. You're going to burn more calories at these higher weights. And you don't have to move much to burn a lot of calories when you're over 500 pounds. All you got to do is maybe do some chair exercises or just try to walk a couple of steps every day. Try to beat that goal. So say you start off 10 steps to the mailbox and back. Really good. Next day, try to go a couple steps more. And every day, every week, try to build more and more and more. And you'll see the pounds just start to drop off.
And I'm very nervous that Jazz is not going to be able to make it into the pool.
What you need me to do? You want me to get in and catch you? No, girl. Okay. I'm just saying. Hold the wheelchair? Okay.
I feel very embarrassed because it's making me feel like I'm somewhere where I don't belong by having all these people stare at me and look at me.
So they go to this water aerobics class. She does have anxiety again when she gets to the pool. It's just really hard for her to get in, and she's understandably afraid of falling or slipping. It's slippery. There's water everywhere. And, you know, I wouldn't want to fall in there, and I'm not even close to her weight at all. So I can imagine just one fall for them, they could probably break something or something could just go horribly wrong. And getting up again at that weight is extremely difficult. So I totally understand that. But she eventually does manage to get in the water. They convince her. And I was a little confused because I thought she was very self-conscious and anxious and afraid, but yet she wears this swimsuit. So it's conflicting to me. But, you know, go. It reminded me of Vanessa when she lost weight. She still was not at her goal weight, but she wore this fabulous swimsuit. It was like a bikini. She's like, I've been wanting to wear a bikini for years. Go for it. Confidence is key in losing weight. Loving yourself is key. So the next part of the episode, getting close to the end, baby mama from the last episode, her actual name is Melinda. She comes over to help them clean out their cupboards and clean out their junk drawers.
I'm gonna take a few things, maybe one or two, to my own. Let me see. Let me get me one of these mac and cheese right here. Hey, can you pass me that? Hold on, let me do this.
Okay. Did you put a damn donut in your mouth?
I'll talk to you later.
Nisha does not like this, of course. She just does not seem to be on board with any lifestyle changes at all. She's making these cheat meals, and she comes in and she takes all of her food. She says, you know, this is my food. I'm not letting you throw it away. And she takes it all to her room and she just starts binge eating it. She says she's not gonna eat it all at once, but I don't know. The way she's acting, the way she's eating it, She takes it all, and Melinda and Jazz, they get to work and they clean out their drawers. And that's kind of hard to do because you pay for this food and it's really painful to just throw it away when it's sitting there. It's the same if you get a giant plate of food from a restaurant and you feel like you have to finish every single bite because you paid for it. But if you're full, you should listen to your hunger cues and just toss it. And so I felt the pain. Like she's throwing out, she's like, oh, this is my favorite. How can I do this? I can't do this. And sometimes you got to do it though, because there are times when I'm coming off track and I realize there's a certain snack that's causing me to trigger and binge instead of staying on track. And so I just won't buy it anymore. For a while it was cereal. I just would go crazy and eat so much cereal. And I'd get it just to be like, oh, this is a healthy cereal, like Honey Bunches of Oats. Actually, it has a ton of sugar in it. Look it up. But yeah, I would just go to town and eat it all. And that's just not good for you. And then for a while it was peanut butter. I could not stop eating peanut butter. I was like, oh, I'll make it healthy and put it on banana slices. But I'd eat way, way too much. So there's just trigger foods and you just got to stop buying them or just stop getting them. Try to replace it with something else. Oh, and also before I end this, Nisha has this situationship going on. And let me tell you, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I'm sure no one does. I'm sure even Nisha doesn't like the situation, but she has feelings for him. It's obvious. But she calls him a situationship because it's not an actual relationship. His name is Joel, and I guess they date. It's not really dating, though. It's just him coming over and hanging out with her, or they will go somewhere randomly. But he never calls it dates. And I don't know, I feel like he's definitely using her just as an outlet when he's not dating someone else. It's like if he's lonely, he'll find her, hit her up, talk to her. And man, I just didn't like that. I feel like this happens a lot, especially with bigger people. It doesn't have to be just women, but men as well, where people will take advantage and use them and just use them for companionship instead of actually committing and dating. It's just an on and off thing. And I don't like it. And you shouldn't like it too. You should love yourself enough to get someone that will stick by you and really care for you. It's a really weird situationship, like they call it, between them. You know, they're obviously friends. I don't know if he has feelings for her. I doubt it. I think he's just friends with her and he takes it too far and she sees more into it and she wants more, but it never progresses. But we'll talk about that in the next episode when they talk about it further. This one ends on Sunday dinner and it ends on a cliffhanger, but there's this whole thing where Jazz is afraid to tell her family about the surgery because she wants to have the surgery and she's deciding to go forward with it. But she won't go forward unless she gets her grandma's blessing, because her grandma's like the head of the family and she makes the decisions and she gives the blessings. And so it's this really big thing and they make it a big cliffhanger where they're having Sunday dinner and she's going to tell everyone and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. So talk about that in episode 3. And I'm just loving this show a lot. I love how down to earth it is. I love how casual it is, but I also love how serious it's taking weight loss and morbid obesity, and that you do need to see what these side effects are, what's happening to them, the anxiety that comes with it, the pain they go through, and why it's important to change your life and prevent getting to those weights in the first place. So I hope you guys are doing really good with your journeys. I hope you are hitting your goals on a daily, weekly basis, doing one small thing a day for your journey to move forward and just going for those goals. Happy goal getting. Have a great day.